Finally this evening, arts reporter Carrie Saldo is here with some intriguing items in her report for this week. Earth Day was Wednesday, and you just recently met an artist who embraces recycled materials, actually from long before there was an Earth Day.
Absolutely, yeah. George Levy is an artist who's carrying on the long-standing Southern Cheyenne tradition of creating ledger art, which means that he draws pen and ink right on top of old accounting books that would have been used. We have a little bit of tape.
It is an art that originated amongst the Cheyennes in the late 1840s, early 1850s, spread across to the Arapaho, the Kiowa, and it incorporated pencils, crayons, paints on old ledger books that Cheyenne people picked up from the military, settlers, people, gold miners coming across the plains. Some of my ancestors were ledger artists back in the day. It's a Cheyenne tradition, a Cheyenne art form, but also it's a personal thing for me. My art is strictly about the lives and times of our Cheyenne people. I use nothing but Cheyenne symbols, whether it be the moccasin designs, the legging designs, the designs they use on their headdresses or whatnot. The colors, the primary colors, red, blue, white, black, yellow, I'll use those. That's the same colors I used back in the day.
As we saw there, he really uses his art to depict things that would have happened, battle scenes, ceremonies, things that were traditional. But there are modern day ledger artists who are using the art form as almost a form of political cartoon, and they infuse it with some humor.
We'll look forward to the full report on Arts District next Thursday night. And now let's talk about a couple of one-night-only performances that you saw this week. Kind of unusual.
I know, they already happened. But the reason that I wanted to talk about them was because there are two different artists who are using art as a platform for social change and hopefully community discussion to affect some change around two different issues. The first being a play, or work-in-progress play called The North Side, which many new people like me know as the Highlands. But the North Side has had a long-standing tradition, and Bobby Lefebvre actually reacted to that. He's a poet, and he created a poem as a way to sort of start the discussion about what's going on in the North Side.
They're calling it progress. Progress on the same barrio street some people once warned their children to stay away from. Now they flock to the barrio armed with developers plotting out a new place to live. I see the transformation. They're calling it an evolution as if what had existed there before was somehow subhuman, but my neighborhood had history. The concrete beneath the feet of customers at coffee shops has a story woven within the patterns of the cement, but unfortunately, its format is not compatible with any of the programs installed on their laptop computers, so they'll never get the message. My neighborhood is changing before my eyes. Old Impalas and Monte Carlos are becoming Mercedes. Parking spots have been invaded by SUVs, and soon I'll have to drive to get Mexican food. They removed the tennis shoes from the power lines yesterday, painted over a mural of La Virgen de Guadalupe, and closed another Brown-owned business. They replaced it with a doggy daycare.
So that poem was the catalyst for the play that Bobby wrote, and gentrification is at the heart of it, right? And he's doing it through the lens of two young couples, a Latino couple and a white couple. But instead of it being this really weighty topic, he takes on these serious issues, infuses it with some humor, and he eventually hopes that he can stage it as a full production and continue this community dialogue. And there's a website, We Are North Denver, where events and other items related to this topic can be found.
Finally tonight, April is the 100th anniversary of the Armenian genocide, and another one-night-only play has been done about that.
Right. It was a new musical called I Am Alive, and it's based on the true life experience of Denise Gentilini's grandparents, who were Armenians. And it's really about their love story, but how they persevered throughout these trials. And there's a range of emotions elicited in the musical. You've got the love of this young couple, but then also the very harsh and cruel things that these people were subjected to. And it remains a controversial topic because the United States government has yet to recognize what happened there 100 years ago officially as genocide, and the Turkish government, which was in the Ottoman Empire, the crumbling Ottoman Empire, has yet to accept any responsibility. So Denise's hope long term is that both the U.S. government and the Turkish government will accept what happened there and call it what it was, genocide.
And in the meantime, some beautiful music and acting in this play, which she hopes to stage again.
In Denver, that's right.